Hello everyone, and welcome to the news. Today we don't have a lot, but we have a very interesting thing that happened. Mark Laidlaw, a former Valve employee and former writer on the Half-Life series, just put out a very interesting short story on his blog. It features such characters as Gertrude Fremont, Alex, and Dr. Vaunt. And weirdly enough, it almost reads like a gender-bent version of a continuation of a certain series that Valve used to make. Yes, that's right. Mark Laidlaw put out a short story that essentially disguised, but not very well. It's pretty obvious what this is supposed to be. The continuation of the Half-Life series that we will never ever see ever again. Whether it be Half-Life 2 Episode 3 or Half-Life 3, doesn't matter. Regardless, he put out this very interesting short story, and I'm not going to get into the details because it is potentially spoilers for the next Half-Life game. Whether that happens or not, that remains to be seen. Or even if it does happen, it might not be this plot at all. But it's a very interesting read. I very recommend you guys check it out. I do want to read the final paragraph of the story, blog post statement he put out. There's no spoilers in it or anything like that, but it almost reads like a kind of a bit of closure and a goodbye statement to his former company and team. So here it is. And here we are. I spoke of my return to the shore. It has been a circuitous path to lands I once knew, and surprising to see how much the terrain has changed. Enough time has passed that few remember me, or what I was saying when I last spoke, or what precisely we hoped to accomplish. At this point, the resistance will have failed or succeeded, no thanks to me. Old friends have been silenced or fallen by the wayside. I no longer know or recognize most of the members of the research team, though I believe the spirit of the rebellion still persists. I expect you know better than I the appropriate course of action, and I leave you to it. Expect no further correspondence from me regarding these matters. This is my final epistle. Yours in infinite finality, Gertrude Fremont, PhD. So yeah, very interesting. You can read that and very clearly experience his sorrow toward the matter that he never got to finish what they started, essentially. I found this whole thing very, very interesting. You should go read it. Then next up on the list, we have a new game from Brace Yourself Games, the creators behind one of my favorite games of all time, Crypt of the Necrodancer. To my surprise, it is not a rhythm game or a roguelike or anything like that. The music is still fantastic in the trailer, though. It seems very, very interesting. They're taking a tackle on a new genre. As far as I know, none of these guys have worked on something like this before, but they're working on a city-building sim strategy. Could be interesting. I'm willing to give it a shot, considering how much I absolutely adore Crypt of the Necrodancer, one of my favorite games of all time. Oh, and by the way, the name of the game that they're working on is called Industries of Titan. That's all the news I have for you today. Thank you everyone for watching. Like, dislike, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.